So I'm starting off on my hike to the Pacific Ocean through the dunes here, and it's about 8:30 a.m. and just like yesterday morning, the sea fog rolled through, and you can see it's still out there, but it's 3 miles through the dunes this way. And of course I start off with a nice 100-foot climb through sugary powder sand up the first dune here to get up here. All right, so I'm out here on the dunes. Finally got into a little bit of trail here that's on some somewhat compact sand, and the first quarter mile or more I was just in deep sugar sand. So I just came through that, and I can already tell that the other trail marker is over there on the top of that one. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Aside from that, this is way harder hiking because you're in the deep sugar sand. Coming from Florida, I know that this is where seabirds nest. Why would you make your trail go through the nesting sites of birds out here when you could just go right over the crest of the dunes? It's a lot easier walking, and no birds are nesting on the crest of these dunes. It just makes no sense to me at all. All right, so I've changed my strategy here. There's the trail marker up on top of that, and I'm taking the new point of view that those are on those points because they're up high and visible, that you don't have to follow right by the post like I see a lot of footprints doing, but rather I see that one up there, I see another one in the distance down there, another one further on beyond that. So I think what I'm going to do is just stick to the crests of the dunes, and as long as I can keep those in sight. I mean, I'm moving 4 times faster now that I'm doing this and using 4 times less energy. So that's going to be my new approach here. So I'm trying to conserve whatever energy and water I can out here, kind of almost taking the approach that it is the desert. And so 2 things that I'm doing. One, I am trying to breathe through my nose as much as possible as opposed to my mouth, and just to not to dehydrate as fast. And also I'm trying, there's somebody that's walked through here before me, and they have a pretty long gait and pretty big feet, so they must have been a pretty big dude. But I'm trying to step in their footprints because they've already compacted the sand. So this is what I mean. So where I'm walking now, you can see that I'm barely even leaving footprints. So you walk on the correct part of the dune, it's so much less work, it's so much faster, it's so much easier. Now what I'm having to do though is my last trail marker was back there, and I'm looking for the next ones over through here. So that was kind of fun. So when I came down this dune, you can see there aren't really any footprints. It's because the technique coming down that was actually a lot like cross-country skiing downhill telemark style. Same exact foot, knee, and hand movements with the poles. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm gonna go through here, being careful to stay out of the grassy bird nesting areas, and meet up with the trail again. All right, so I've made it into the tree part of this, foresty part of this hike. I don't know if it's like this the rest of the way, but it's a nice change of pace, a little bit of shade, not that it was that sunny anyway, but also the ground is a lot firmer. Some wild and crazy forest in here. Oh man, I've been in some dark forests on this trip, but this one takes the prize for sure. Well, I'm out of the forest, and boy, is that a haven for mosquitoes in there. And now I'm back out into some different types of dunes. I can hear the ocean over there, but this is interesting down here. You know, instead of like mangroves and things like that, you know, there's like these pine stands. I'm not really sure what they are. Some of them are trees. Some of them appear to be bushes. Fortunately, at least for the moment, the trail it's a little sandy, but it's still fairly firm. But yeah, I want to get out onto the actual beach where it's windy so I can get away from any of these bugs. Well, my sixth sense says we're about to get a reveal of the Pacific Ocean. So let's do this together. A little foggy still, but man, look at that. Jason Nelms, pretty sure you could catch some nice waves on your surfboard out there by the looks of it. So here we go. Woo! Oh, that water is brisk. Yeah, ooh, more than brisk. That water is numbingly cold. Holy moly. But yeah, that completes the cycle. Feet in the water on this trip in the Gulf of Mexico, the Atlantic Ocean, Lake Superior, and now the Pacific Ocean. All four cardinal directions of the United States, bordered by great bodies of water, and I've had my feet in all four of them. And yeah, you wouldn't be surfing those waves without a 6mm, maybe 9mm wetsuit. But amazing. It was a 3-mile hike through the sand dunes. Look at this osprey right here. 3-mile hike through the sand dunes and then through the weird forest. And I'm out here and it is amazingly beautiful. There's no one else out here. Just me and the Pacific Ocean and the birds and the mist. Love it. Oh man. Oh. That osprey just nosedived right into the water there. I don't think he got anything. Well, I did it. Saw the Pacific Ocean, put my feet in it. Definitely not swimming in it. That water is icy cold, but beautiful. And now I've applied my insect repellent, and I'm gonna make my way back through the dunes here, the grassy dunes, and then through the forest, which is infested with mosquitoes, so I'll be moving quick through there. But and then across the big sand dunes. But man, it's still beautiful out here. Let's see, what time is it? It's 10:45. So it took me strangely, I've been out here 2 hours already, but it's still misty and cool out here, and beautiful. So let's get back to the camp.